back. Back saying the same thing I said yesterday. At the end of yesterday, I was like, nope, it's a parts car. Forget it. You're wasting your time. And then overnight, I got to thinking about it. You know how it is. You get to thinking about it, and you're like, I think I know what's going on. So here's what I think. Here's my new theory. Today's theory we're going to work on. I don't think it's getting enough fuel. I think it's getting some fuel, but I don't think it's getting enough fuel. Here's what I think is going on. We know the pump's running. We know that we're getting fuel to the fuel rail because it's coming out of the fuel rail. But we don't know, we have no way of knowing whether or not fuel's actually coming out of the injector. If fuel's not coming out of the injector, it could be one of two things. Either it's trying, in other words, the ECU is telling it to inject fuel by pulsing it, and it's one of three things. Either there's no pressure, we know we have flow, but we don't know about pressure. Either there's no pressure, the injectors are clogged, or the ECU's not telling the injectors to inject. It's one of those three. I know it's getting some fuel, but it's getting the fuel from the cold start injector, I think. The cold start injector, according to the diagram I got, we're down here. According to the diagram, the cold start injector is run directly off the starter relay. So anytime the starter is running, the cold start injector should run. It's got a timer with it, but still. The main injectors run off the injector relay. And I don't think they're running. I think the cold start injector is running and injecting just enough fuel to make that noise we were hearing, but not enough to make it run. That's the theory I'm working on right now. The easiest, simplest thing to do right now, the simplest test, is to see if we have power at the injectors with the ignition on. We should. According to the diagram, power comes from the battery directly to... Let me get a pen. Here's our injectors, and if we go backwards, comes from the relay, injector relay, and then this one up here to third one down. Okay, so here we go. Here's our feed, and our feed comes from the main relay first. We get power from the cooling fan relay? That's not right. That's not right. Wait. I followed the wrong line, I think. I think that's the big 20 amp feed. Okay. Let's see if we have power at the injector. That's the easiest thing to do. Yes. That's huge. That eliminates everything from here, that direction. Yeah, that's huge. That eliminates everything on the power side of the injector. That means it's the ECU. Now, that doesn't mean the ECU is bad. That only means the ECU... No, that's not the only thing. It could still be fuel pressure. It could be fuel pressure, or the ground side of the injector, or it could be clogged. Those three. I don't know what I was thinking. There's a simpler test. There's an even simpler test to see whether or not some of the fuel's coming from the injectors. Unplug them all. Unplug them all. Right? Well, that's 3 of them. How about 3 of them? I don't want to even try to reach the last one. Plug them back in. Plug the cold start one back up just for kicks. That's it. Injector's clogged. One, two, four injectors. I'm missing. I saw this trick online. I've only ever used it once, but it worked for me that time, so hopefully it'll work again. I've got a bit of hose that will slip over the end of the fuel injector. I've taken the O-ring off because I don't want to lose it. And we'll start by just taking this red straw, sticking it in here. This is not my trick. You can find this on the internet. Alright. Now we'll use a clamp. Alright, got us a clamp. Put that on there. I'm going to use this hot glue to seal this and hope it works. Nope, too hot. Shoot. Melted the straw. Alright, back to that drawing board. Alright, I gave it another shot here. I cut the melty part off and jammed it back in there and glued it again, this time a little slower. I'm not touching it until it's cool. And this sure is driving her old. Yes. No.